Right, a metal frame of a greenhouse consists of semicircles mounted on a rectangular frame. Find the area of the material needed to cover the greenhouse, exclude the floor and the door. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to start with the rectangles. I'm going to draw the front rectangle and the behind rectangle. So you can see it's the first and the last rectangle. Each one of these is 5 meters wide, 3 tall. 5 wide, 3 tall. Each one of them is 15 meters cubed. That's the front and the back. Next thing I'm going to do is the side plates, which are bigger, which are 12 by 3. So next thing I'm doing is the side ones, the ones on the side. And as we can see, they're longer. Okay? It doesn't tell me to do the floor. It says exclude the floor and the door. So what we have here is we have the two side panels. Each side panel is 12 meters long and 3 meters high. 12 by 3. That gives me 36 and 36. The next thing I gotta do is I gotta do the two semicircles. Now, if I have two semicircles, what do they combine to give me? A circle, don't they? So I can just find the area of a circle instead. So the area of the circle is, the radius is how much? 2.5, correct? So, can someone close that door? Pi r squared. It's an area of 2.5. So it's going to be pi times 2.5 squared. Put this into the calculator. What do we get? Anybody at all? Let's put it to decimals. I'm going to go for 19.635. 635. Now, what have I done thus far, guys? Let's do a recap. Have I done the 4 sides of the rectangle box? Yes. Have I done the 2 semicircles? So what I'm left with now is basically this part here, isn't it? Which is basically in the shape of half a cylinder, isn't it? Now, what's the shape of the surface area of a full cylinder? Anybody? 2 pi r h. Do I have a full cylinder or do I have half a cylinder? Half a cylinder. Let's half that. So whatever my answer is, I'm going to half it. 2 multiplied by pi. What's the radius of this one? Let's check it out. It's 2.5. And what's the height? Its height from here to here? 12. So that's 2.5 and that's 12. And what do we get? Put that into your calculator. $60 pi, which is the same as 188.5. Now, finally, we get to add all these together. We get to add our half a cylinder. Oh, did I half this yet, guys? No. I didn't half it yet. So what's half the answer? 30 pi, which is 94.24. Now, 94.24. Let's add them all together. Add them all together will be in the green. Okay, in the green. We have, starting off, we have our we have our 94.24 belonging to the cylinder, half a cylinder. We have the 19.635. This belongs to the 2 semicircles. The next part we have is the 2 15s, which make 30. They belong to the 2 rectangles. And then we have 36 plus 36, which is 72. They belong to the long sides. Add them all up together, and what do we get? What's it, 94.24 plus 19.635 plus 30 plus 72, and what we get here is 215.875. Now, there's one thing left to be done. What is it?
Yeah, take out the door.
Gotta take out the door. Currently speaking, the green area is everything in this diagram. Okay? The problem with that is we forgot the door. Now, what is the area of the door? The door is 2 meters wide, 2 meters wide, and 3.5 meters tall. 2 multiplied by 3.5 is 7. Okay? 7 meters squared. Add it on. So what did we say all of this together was? Oh, we did it a second ago. It's 215.875. What do we need to take away from that? 7 meters, and we should get, take away 7, answer minus 7 is 208.875. Does it ask us to round it off? No.
You do.
Does it tell us to round off?
No.
Back of the book rounded it off. So it's going to be 209. How many people got that? That's a hard question to get. Well done, lads. Okay, 209 meters squared. It's a tough question. Okay. Next one. What we're going to do next is the following. We have to find out what is the volume of the greenhouse. Now, the volume of the greenhouse. What's the difference between the volume of the greenhouse and the surface area of the greenhouse? Can anybody tell me? Surface area is how much you'd be doing if you gave it a paint job on the outside. If you're filling it full of water or something, that's the volume. Okay? So, here's what we got to do first. Let's find the area of the box. Okay? So, the area of this part here. So, can anybody tell me how to get the area of a box? Anybody at all? Length by width by height. So let's get the box part of it, okay? So that's length by width by height. So 3 by 5 by 12.
Now the volume of the box.
That's the volume of a box. Length by width by height. And I'm ignoring the semicircle, do you got it? I'm ignoring the cylinder. So volume therefore is 12 by 5 by 3. And what's that turn out to be? 15 by 12, anybody? $180. Okay. Now, 180 meters cubed. Okay. Now, the next one is, it's a cylinder, but it's not the full cylinder, it's half a cylinder. So what we have here is cylinder, cylinder, and it's going all the way over like so. It's a half a cylinder. Now, what's the area of a full cylinder? Anybody? Area of a full volume of a full cylinder. Excuse me. Pi r squared h. What's the radius of this cylinder? 2.5, and its length 12. So what we're going to get is pi multiplied by 2.5 squared multiplied by 12. Now, it says please use the pi key in answering this. So the pi key So what do we get now? Pi multiplied by 2.5 squared multiplied by 12. And what we should get here is 75 pi. 75 pi is 235.62. 235.62. And to get the final answer, what do we need to do? Add them together. 180 plus 235.62. And what do we get?
So you forgot to half the...
Oh, I forgot the half the volume is right. So guys, please remember we haven't got a full cylinder. We actually got half a cylinder. So you just gotta watch out for these errors that could creep in, okay? So what we gotta do is we gotta half 235 divided by 2. Good spot, James. 117.81. 117.81. Add these two together, and what do we get?
We wanted to work on that good. 298 meters cubed.
298 meters cubed. Okay, well done. Alright, this one here. A semicircular shape of radius 9. So this here is a radius of 9. Is cut from a solid cube. Cube means all the sides are the same length. Of side 18. Find the volume of the remaining solid. Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get the volume of the cube before it was cut. So what I'm going to do is go and get the volume of the cube before it's cut. So volume of a box is length multiplied by width multiplied by height. 18 by 18 by 18, which is, in the calculator, 18 by 18 by 18 is 5,832 centimeters cubed. Now, we basically cut out half a cylinder. Half a cylinder is cut out of it. Let's get the area of the full cylinder. So the area of the, the volume of the full cylinder. So volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. Pi times r, which is 9 squared, h, which is 18. Can anybody get what that was in the calculator? Pi 9 squared. Okay, that sounds good. 1,458 pi, also known as 4,580.44. Now, so we're volume of the remaining solids, okay? We didn't take a full cylinder, did we? We took half a cylinder, so that's half this answer. And what we get is 2,290.22. 2290.22. Now we gotta take them away from each other to find the final answer. 5832 minus 2290.22. And what do we get? 5832 minus 2290.22, and I got 3,541.8. Who got that? 3,541.8. Well done. Centimeters cubed or centimeters squared? Centimeters cubed. Volume. Yes.
Do you write it up?
As you correct here, nearest whole number, yes you do. 3452 centimeters cubed. Okay, next one, guys. The surface area of the remaining solids. This is going to be much tougher. Okay, now what happens is, if we go back to the cube, what happens is, how many sides does the cube have? How many sides does a cube have before it's cut into? 6 sides, right? Remember, dice has 6 sides. Therefore, a cube has 6 sides. Each side has an area of 18 by 18. And 18 by 18 gives you 324. 324 multiplied by 6, because it has 6 sides, is 1,944 centimeters squared. Now, what happens, however, is, do you think our surface area is getting increased or decreased when it gets cut into? Would you have a bigger paint job or a smaller paint job? Can anybody tell me? Make an estimation before you do this. You'd have a bigger one. Can you explain why, Brian?
No.
You're expecting this blue area here, do you see it here?
Yeah.
You're expecting that to be bigger than the red area here.
Yeah.
You're sacrificing the red area on top for a new blue area. Do you got it?
Yeah.
Up here, guys. Yeah? Now, therefore, in the cube, one of the sides has gone missing, hasn't it? One of the sides got cut off. Therefore, we take away 324. We're only using 5 sides of the cube now. So, minus 324 is 1,620. This represents the red. And there's also another problem with that, isn't there? What else happens? We lost one of the sides on top, and we also lost, 2 semicircles, haven't we? Would you agree with that? There's now 2 semicircles we no longer have to paint. These semicircles, there's 2 of them, and when you add 2 semicircles together, you get a. So it's the same thing. We lost a circle of what radius? Is the circles, guys? Radius of circle? 9. The radius is of 9. Do pi r squared, and you get 81 pi. Pi times 9 squared. 81 pi. 81 pi is 254.47. Take away 254.47. Okay? And what do we get now? Anybody? What do we get? Yes, sir? That's okay. Anybody got it yet?
1,365.53.
1,365.53. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it rounds in the back.
Okay, we'll round it off at the very end. We're not done yet. Okay? So we have 1,365.53. Let me explain what area I have. I have the bottom, I have the sides, I have the front, and I have the back. If you imagine it was all coloured in red, but the light blue area here, do you got it? Now I have to get the area of the light blue area. What can you tell me about that area? It's half a cylinder, isn't it? It doesn't matter if it's folded in or folded out. It's still the same area, isn't it? So if you get a piece of paper, and if I fold this area in, outwards, this area out here is the same as the one on the inside. Okay? So, what we're going to do now is we're going to get the volume of the cylindrical section. Which is this section here. Just give me 1 second. Okay, this section here. And it was in blue. Okay. Now, the area of a full cylinder's curved surface area is 2 pi r h. What's the area of half of that? It's going to be half 2 pi r h, right? What's 2? Pi. What's the radius of this? Anybody? The length or the height? 18. 2 pi times 9 times 18. Half the answer. Let's see what we get. Put it all straight into the calculator. Okay. 1 over 2. Open bracket. 2 pi multiply by 9, bracket 9, bracket 18, close bracket, and we get 162 pi, which is 508.94 maybe, guys, yeah? Do we add these together or take them away? Hands up if you think you add them together. Okay, hands up if you think you take them away. Okay, a lot of non-voters, lads. Farrell, why'd you add them together?
Sorry, sir, which two do we add together?
The inside surface area of the semicircle, which is in blue, plus the red of the box. Because your surface area is the total area, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you have to add them together, guys. So you add them together, and you get 1365.53 plus 508.94, and what's that equal? Sorry, I get out of the way there. 1365.53 plus 508.94. What do we get? 1874.47. And what's the units in? Centimeters cubed or centimeters squared? Centimeters squared. Okay.